And that brings me to even just what's going on in my own life of like my daughter's been having a tailbone issue. She's 13, and wondering what that is like in these times. She's still a child, right? She's holds a lot of responsibilities, and I think especially at that age you're really trying to develop who you are. Yeah. These are around your first Saturn returns is this like 13 to 15, be like your opposition really, and how she is trying to find balance in responsibility and some of the placements in our chart of kind of this lightheartedness about life. And if that doesn't speak to even just kind of the energy that is present of like, how can we make our responsibilities or approach our responsibilities with a little more lightheartedness?
It doesn't always have to be so serious. Why so serious?
She says that a lot.
Which I find funny. I grew up on a ranch, and there's what seems to be a very serious mentality of Yellowstone shows the show shows a little bit about it, like, dying for the brand, right? Basically, like, if you aren't willing to sacrifice or live in this crazy, then it's not worth it. But that's a belief system that we consciously as a collective have acquired. Mm-hmm. And it's a group collective mentality. It's really hard for individuals to break out of a belief such as that one, because it's ingrained, going against the grain.
Yeah, and just something that I was thinking about as you said that was like, as we have tried to uncover living life through a more mental way, trying to figure out how to live easier, which we've kind of created this way of life with instant gratification and lots of convenience in most day-to-day efforts, right? And how we used to have to work a little harder, but we were in more of a symbiotic relationship with the earth. This person hasn't experienced something like that except for the moments that I create now. But, to wonder, like, was it hard? You know what I mean? Where I feel like the ranch would portray that, but with the new belief system of trying to like mentally project that we have to move forward or make money or, right? And I think, and so here we bring this back to Fiona's tailbone. But like, she's at this age where there's becoming more responsibilities and a bit more seriousness at school and the tasks. We also are discussing some of those shifts at our house, not to mention just puberty alone, okay? But also like how our children are managing these shifts and, bringing in the ideas of things that I work on, things that Jackie works on. It's like some of our flower essences, the stone elixirs, the stone clearings, the BodyTalk. Like we're consciously trying to work with some of this unconscious energy and these belief systems, and how that is unfolding things in my children. I know for sure I've witnessed it, but to watch her go through this, it's been interesting. Just, we've talked about this. Also just like reflecting on how this is even relative to these years, and like as a kid, how hard it is to let go of certain comfort. Blinkies.
Yeah.
Passies. We could talk about a lot of things.
Really only have maybe 8 years of it. Even at 13, 14, you maybe have 8 years of experience. Like that first 5 doesn't.
Yeah, because you're just trying to survive. Right.
It doesn't really, exist in the sense of life experience.
Do you think that's true even if people have had a traumatic child during those ages, like that, to like even born to 5? Do you think that triggers like,
I think
a more primal response, like instinctual
I think
response?
I think you go backwards. I don't think you develop any of your senses.
Oh, that would make sense.
Like I think you think of the sense of touch is probably the most important one out of all of the senses. If you so like this, you have the physical sense of touch, like that's comforting. It's the first thing, not maybe the first thing when you come out of the womb, but it is, I would arguably say, the most important, close to most important, right? Skin to skin is what is important. Baby to mom, like identifying that I am, your mom, right? If you take it into the mammal world, everyone is born with, I think the word is like a vernix, like a mucus. And so cows, puppies, kittens, horses, everyone that's licked in. So we are identifying a physical, that is a physical touch. Now then you have the subtle sense of touch, which is like that internal
the
gut.
Noises.
Yeah,
like you think
listening.
Of maybe just doing a little bit of a collective message here to speak to what we were talking about, and these ideas of transitioning and surrender, in really kind of these thresholds. I feel like any kind of movement through things is like a threshold, because you're ending something, and but what's began or is going to begin hasn't quite began yet. It's like these weird moments that feel the most uncomfortable, where it either feels like going back or feels like freezing or not moving forward, and so hopefully this is the beginning of trying to encourage you to continue on Earth School life lessons. And wait, it's not your time yet. If you want to see these, I don't know how well you can see them. It's probably reversed also, but we'll drop those down in the comments. What's your read on it? You feel like there's another card in there? Personally, this higher learning and this soul growth, it couldn't be more accurate into what I think has been going on this year, is preparing for the new energy that's been coming in and releasing a lot of things to continue to grow. And if you're moving towards something, it's just maybe not time yet. So to sit in those thresholds and know that you're being held.
I think that one's probably for me. I think that's a little bit more like
personal.
Personal's a little more personal. Sorry. Unless you agree, then...
No, I think that it's like any space and time, like maybe you have a big decision, or that you're about to make a big decision, or you're questioning something, is like, maybe just wait. We are in Mercury retrograde right now in this time and space. It's December 10th, I believe.
Yeah.
Oh.
What we're supposed to all do is stop, embrace winter.
Embrace winter. Embrace the slow time. That could even just be with the wait.
The great cosmic womb.
Here we were just talking about the womb.
Synchronicity never hurt no one.
I love it. So remember, when winter is the time for more rest and taking up space to calibrate, because then that helps us slow down and wait to make decisions that are maybe waiting for you to be in alignment with something. Maybe you need to work through you know what I mean? Like, maybe there's still something there that you're not quite ready for the next step. And surely that comes up pretty soon, because this is all part of your soul growth. We're getting exactly where we're supposed to be. Just remember that. We're all getting.
Yeah, we're all getting there. But don't forget to like, share, or follow. And that's it for today's episode.
Appreciate you guys. Love you.